Hello, my awesome Aries, and welcome to your moon reading. This is just a general reading, so please do take what resonates and toss the rest. Also, if you haven't had a chance to check out your other readings on my channel, please do so. And if you enjoy this, like, subscribe, share, hit that notification bell, and all that other great stuff that I would greatly appreciate. Don't forget to comment and let me know if this resonates with you at all. I would love to hear from you. Otherwise, we're going to do a 7-card moon circle. If you enjoy this, let me know, and I can do these more often. But let's go ahead and get started. We have lots going on this year. We're coming out of like a 15-year cycle of Mercury retrograde there. We've got a big solar eclipse this year, all kinds of exciting stuff. So this is the position 1, which is what you're kind of facing now or what you're involved with. This is what got you to that position. This is kind of like a challenge position in that it is what's keeping you in that position. The 4th position is your optimal outcome should you follow the 5th, 6th, and 7th position. And we're going to hopefully move these where you can see them fairly well. I do apologize for some of this light reflection, but we will go through each card, so shouldn't be a problem here. But right now we have action, and this is a very beautiful action if you look at the card. But I think for many of you, what I see here is that, you are trying to take action, okay? You're trying to do something. Now, I feel like it's something that you've been contemplating for quite a while. And you're trying to move forward with it, right? So whether it is, moving forward in a relationship, whether it is trying to move forward with a career, a new job, something of that sort, buying a new home, something of that sort, it's something that you've been kind of contemplating for a while. You've decided to go forth with, maybe starting a new business, whatever. And it's a really nice, positive action you're trying to take, but I feel like you're really struggling with it. So I don't know if for some of you, you're struggling with it because of the logistics, or if it's just something that you are feeling, maybe it's not the right time, you're having some second thoughts about it, you're having some concerns with it. But for whatever reason, I do feel like it's kind of really not going the way you want it to. It's going either slower, or it's like you're taking 1 step forward and getting knocked 2 steps back. But for whatever reason, I feel like this action is just not happening to suit, right? Maybe just not as quickly as you want, not as smoothly as you want every time you try to make a step forward. Maybe it's like roadblock, 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 or, maybe you're having buyer's remorse on certain things, whatever it may be. But what got you into it is the Void. And this is one of my favorite cards in this deck because if you look, it's somebody here who's lying comfortably in a safe, happy space and thinking, right? And I love deep thought cards, right? And that's basically what is telling me that you've put a lot of thought into this, right? This isn't something you went into half-cocked, willy-nilly, just kind of jumped at. This is something you've put a lot of thought into. So whether it's, a move, starting your own business, going back to school, changing jobs, taking a promotion, moving, starting a whole new relationship, breaking up with somebody, starting a new one, whatever, taking it to the next level, whatever it may be that this action is for you, that's kind of really weighing on your mind right now. I know you've put a lot of thought into this, which I think is what's kind of making this even harder for you, right? I think it's making it even more difficult because I put so much thought into this. I put so much effort into this. And what's keeping you in it is acceptance, right? So I think a lot of it is here. If you look at this card is like one about accepting help, but also kind of about accepting the situation. So for some of you, part of this is you've kind of just accepted the way things were for so long that even though you've put a lot of thought into it, even though you've maybe decided, okay, I have to do this, it's got to be changed, it's time, I've got to do it, it doesn't make this any easier, right? You're still kind of second guessing yourself. You're still going back over, did I do the right thing? Should I have done this? Oh my gosh. And sometimes, coming out of certain predicaments or situations, it's not as easy as it can be, right? Lots of changes are difficult. They're very hard to do. And every time something hard comes along with that, even though it's a nice movement, even though you put a lot of thought into it, every time that happens, you're thinking, gosh, should I have just kept it the way it was? Should I have just accepted the way it was? It was okay, right? It may not have been great. It may not have been my dream. It may not have been what I wanted exactly. Maybe I feel like this is better, but if it was better, would it be this hard? Would it be this, and so you're having all these second guesses, okay? And I feel like that's what's happening to a lot of you. Now, others of you, I feel like the problem here is you're having trouble accepting help. And, that could be for both those of you who are, having kind of second thoughts, and those of you who are still gung-ho ahead, but, you're running into red tape type situations, or step forward, take 2 steps back situations, financial or this or that or whatever it may be in your endeavors. And people are offering you help, but you're not one to accept help, right? You're like, I can do it myself. I can do it myself. I can do it myself. And that's me. And I'm an Aries, and I'm like, I don't want any help. I can do it myself. But there comes a time where everybody can use some help, some, very well-intentioned help, right? So if somebody's offering you help and you have a very good plan in place and it's what's right for you, and all it is that you're facing some, red tape, some financial issues, some, something that this person or this entity could easily fix for you with a little bit of help that they're more than willing to offer, now would be the time to accept it, right? Get over yourself, get over having to be in control, get over having to do everything on your own and be so independent. And I know I'm very, very much guilty of that in my personality trait, but now would be the time to do that, because otherwise that's going to keep you in here forever in this cycle if you don't just take the help, right? And for those of you, like I said, that, you're kind of like second guessing, if there is a way that somebody is going to, they're trying to tell you, accept this, accept that not everything is going to be easy, but it's going to be for the best. That's what you need to accept. You need to understand that you put lots of thought into this, and you know yourself better than anyone. You did this intentionally with good thought. You did not jump at it. So accept that what you've done is okay? Because the optimal outcome is going to be will. And that means you are going to have your way in the end anyway, right? You are going to will whatever you want to happen anyway. You are ultimately going to manifest what you want anyway. You are just that kind of person. You are a strong, independent, push forward, make it happen kind of person. And this is what you're going to do. Your will is ultimately going to be the optimal outcome. We know this, right? The thing is, you have to get past some of your hang-ups, as it were, right? And how do we do that? Well, the first thing is surrender, right? And with this, it's not saying surrender. That's not surrender like give up, throw in the towel, I'm done with it. This is more like surrender to the way things are, the universe, whatever it is, right? So if the universe is constantly sending you people that want to help you, and that's all you need to get what you need done, surrender to that, accept that. Don't look at that as, charity or a handout or, then I'm weak and I needed help. No, look at that as, hey, I have help that a lot of people don't have. Kudos to me. I'm taking it and moving forward. I can pay it back tenfold when I get where I want to get, right? Same thing with this. Look at it as, hey, I'm surrendering to the fact that I know myself well enough to know that if I put specific thought into it and I think it through, I'm not usually wrong, right? I know myself well enough. Surrender to that idea, right? And go with it. Stop staying hung up on it, right? Moving forward, you know what you need to do. And this card, fear, is about facing your fears, right? If you look, they're controlling the birds, protecting themselves, facing your fears, right? Once you surrender to the fact that you can basically do anything you want to do, even if it means, hey, okay, I'll take a little bit of help right now. I can always pay it back tenfold, right? Face that fear. Face the fear of second guessing. Face the fears of failure. Face the fears of, leaning on somebody. Oh my gosh, heaven forbid you get some help from somebody. And that's coming from me. I am a person who hates to take a handout, as it were, which it's not the case here. These are people who want to help you. Face that head on. Do not worry about that and move forward with it. And when you do, use that to nourish yourself, okay? Ultimately, you cannot grow. You cannot thrive unless you are surrounded in a good, positive, nurturing environment, right? Nothing grows if it's in a toxic environment. Nothing can grow unless it's in a good, nurturing, rich, soil type environment, right? It needs to be watered and cared for and nurtured, and you're the same thing, right? You're the same as anything else that is growing and learning and becoming more, right? Just more, right? Of anything. So your happiness needs nurtured, your health needs nurtured, your inner strength needs nurtured. Everything needs nourishment to be nurtured, right? To grow, to get better. And the more you nurture that, once you get past your hang-ups, your fears, your hang-ups, and surrender to whatever it is that you're worried about here, whether it be taking some help from somebody or whether it be, questioning your decisions, and you move past it and you face those fears and you keep going and you keep nourishing these ideas, nurturing the chosen decisions you have made for these actions that you're pushing for, this is where your will is going to reign supreme, right? At that point, you are going to be able to be strong enough to make whatever it is you want to happen. And you're going to be able to make that happen in a way that is so customed to what you want, because you've thought this through. You know what you needed, you know what you wanted, you know what needed to change, you know why it needed to change better than anyone in the world. And once you've realized that, once you've faced that, and once you've taken the advice, to make it happen, even if it was required some assistance, okay, to get through some red tape maybe, or some financial, blockades or whatever it may have taken, then you will be able to live your best, happiest, most beautiful life here in a nourished, wonderful way, right? And at that point, if you are a person who feels like, oh gosh, I'll owe them forever if I borrow something, or if I ask for a favor, or if I ask them to throw my name out or help me with this or get me a connection or whatever, you know what? At that point, you can pay them back tenfold, okay? And that will make it all square, right? So in the end, it will all work out. I think it will be so good for you. So whatever this action is that you have already kind of set into motion, or are starting to put into motion, planning to put into motion right here, whether it is a move, a change of relationship, a change of job, a change of, home, whatever it is, I think it is going to be very, very good for you. I think you should continue on that path. I think whatever you need to do to make that happen, face that fear, surrender to it, make it happen, because you know you need to. It's a beautiful action. It's going to work out to a more nourished, happy, strong-willed version of you, and it's going to be wonderful for you, okay? So whatever it is you're planning to do, thinking about doing, wanting to do, now is the time to get it done, because it's going to be really successful for you, okay? And don't let anything get in your way, right? So I hope this works out for you. If it does, please do like, subscribe, share, all that other great stuff, and I hope to see you back very, very soon. Bye.